to today's episode of Hot Takes with me, your host, Zach Gardner, Chief Architect here, Keyhole Software. My hot take for today is to answer the age-old question, as a developer, do you need to program all day at your day job and then go home, make some dinner, and then program at night? The answer is, it kind of depends. So, if you are a new developer, someone who has less than maybe 10 years of experience, I would highly encourage you to get really nerdy. Get as nerdy as you possibly can about your field. There's so much to learn about how to do programming well. And the only way to honestly understand it is just by doing it a lot. There is very little replacement that you can do for actual real world experience. Now, there are some things that you can only learn when you're actually doing your day job, interacting with people, understanding customers, understanding most SDLCs. That I wouldn't recommend trying to do at night because it's not really a good way to do it. There are other things that you can only understand if you've been in the code and you've seen how other people do things. That kind of information is something you can absolutely gather by contributing to GitHub projects, by reading other people's code and trying to understand it. Writing and reading your own code is great. You will learn 10 times more if you look at someone else's work and try to understand why they made the decisions that they did. If you are a developer that has been developing for more than a decade, I honestly don't know if there's a lot of utility and benefit to spending your nights also behind your IDE. Go outside, go talk to people, read books of things outside of programming. You still should be intellectually stimulating yourself, like no question about that. But you don't honestly, once you get those 10,000 hours in, become a master of your field. I don't know if there is a lot of benefit to it. Now, you might be a contributor to a popular third-party project, something on NPM, something on GitHub that has a lot of traction like that. That's totally cool, and I commend you for that work. In terms of where I see people being the most successful programming, once they hit that decade mark, it's about being really well-rounded, about knowing how to interact with other people, about understanding things that are not necessarily in their own field. Some of the best programmers I work with like to work on cars in their free time. And there is actually a lot of overlap between being a good auto mechanic and being a good software developer. I know others that are pilots, and the type of rigor that you have to come into the cockpit with every single day matches the type of logical thinking that you have to be a successful developer. So to recap, today's hot take, do you need to program all day and all night? Kind of depends on how much experience you have. If you agree with my hot take, let me know in the comments below. If you disagree with my hot take, go to that QR code. Let me know what you think.